More exits, a crossroad. Let's see about this exit first. Oh, there's a boy and a girl at the river. A fossil?
Hey! Stay away from that!
Don't touch it!
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Fine.
Oh, that's a shame because fossils are cool.
Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite.
And oh no, I thought the dialogue was over.
Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
It would. But they don't want me to touch it. Let's take a look at the shrub, or collect the shrub if it's anything useful.
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Oh, that's nice. There's some dolls.
Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun.
I'm not gonna
They
steal
aren't
them.
mine to take.
Yeah, that's fair.
She has a puckish little face.
And
This young fellow looks miserable.
Let's talk to the girl first.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
Okay, plenty of stuff here. The beck. Let's talk about that first.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
What about the dolls? Did they accidentally take a dive, or did they go swimming?
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Okay, so it was intentional. What about the Ammon's horn?
Tell me more about the Ammon's horn.
Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
We could explain it, but... Yeah, sure, let's explain it.
Jane, this is a fossil.
It's a horn. What's a fossil, miss?
A fossil is an impression of a prehistoric plant or animal embedded in rock and preserved in petrified form. This particular animal was called an ammonite.
I'm confused. It's not a horn?
No, it's the impression of a long-dead sea creature.
Well, I believe my daddy. He doesn't lie to me.
Your father is somewhat correct. For you see, ammonites were given their name for the Egyptian god Ammon.
See, I told you. It's Ammon's horn. My daddy is always right.
Okay, I don't think you will, but do you know Leonard's shoulder?
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Any news about Hob's Barrow?
Have you heard of a place called Hob's Barrow?
Jane!
No, miss.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Goodbye.
Well,
Bye, miss.
could you explain why you interjected like that? Hello there.
Hello, Wally.
Yeah?
My name's Thomasina.
Let's ask about you first.
How are you?
Go away!
Do you know Leonard's shoulder?
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No.
And how about Hob's Barrow?
Have you heard of a place called Hob's Barrow?
No.
Goodbye.
Well, you were not particularly helpful. I haven't looked at the
I
beck
do
yet.
enjoy the charm of a babbling beck.
Some water?
The water is icy cold.
Okay. That's nice. Let's leave. Okay, next up, I guess we'll go this way. Ah. That... Are you okay? You don't look okay. You lost your glasses there? Oof. Did the priest have too much of the wine?
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
Do I have something sharp? The trowel might not be the best thing to use here. There's a handkerchief, a room key, a matchbox, a glove, a silver necklace, and a trowel.
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. I need something that will provide a cleaner cut.
Well, I don't really want to give him tetanus, that is true. There's some spectacles. Let's pick him up.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Well now. Oh, we can't pick it up?
The vicar's spectacles lie broken on the forest floor. Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
So we can't take the really sharp thing to cut him right there? No, can't do it.
Ouch!
Okay.
The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Was worth a try. We can take a look at the vomit, of course.
I don't wish to look too closely.
That is fair. I wouldn't want to either. Let's continue
Don't
this way.
leave. You must help me.
Yeah, but like... with what? I mean, can we talk to you?
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
The vicar looks dreadfully ill.
Like, we could give him a paper cut, but that's probably not the best. Can we use the silver necklace?
I don't think it's sharp enough.
Yeah?
I can't see how that will
No,
help me.
didn't mean to combine the two. Let's take the room key, probably also
The
not
key
sharp
bears
enough.
no edges sharp enough to pierce the skin.
The handkerchief isn't gonna do it either. Don't have any more pages. Paper cut's not gonna do it.
I don't wish to give that away.
Yeah, I assume this much. And we can really not take the spectacles?
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Yeah, can we not pick it up, maybe?
The vicar's spectacles
Yeah.
lie broken on the forest floor.
Oh, maybe we can... I'm smart. Handkerchief.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
Okay. Yeah, of course, we have to combine stuff. There's the broken glass. Let's stab.
Are you sure you
vicar.
want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Well... there we go. Are you better now? Has it helped?
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, Vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Let's ask about himself first. How are you feeling? Oh, are you feeling better?
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, Did her waters break right there and then in that pew?
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
Tell me more about the church then. St. Edmund's is a fine building.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
Okay, let's ask about Bewley in general.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Okay, I think I'm gonna readjust the volume just very slightly. Do I have to? Maybe a little bit louder, like this. Some of the people are quieter than others, I feel like. Do you know Leonard Shoulder? I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father.
Do you know where he lives?
Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
Okay, I'll wait with that. I'll explore a little further. What about Hobbs Barrow?
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
Okay, let's
Thank
end
you
the
for your
conversation
time.
there.
Lord be with you.
Let's go a bit later. Let's see where this leads first. Are you really sure you want to keep sitting by your vomit? I'd go a little further than that, probably. There's a hole here.
No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
Any cute ones,
I've
maybe?
no desire to go rooting about in there.
Shame. This exit leads where?
I shall see you later this evening, gents.
Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait!
Weird.
Some nerve.
That is weird behavior.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Anything to say?
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says who?
Says who?
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
I assume the arrogant man might be Lord Panswick, but,
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
work?
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Who is this Lord Panswick?
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
First things first, do you Well, do I really need to ask about Leonard's shoulder? I know where to go now. But hey, maybe they have something to say about the guy.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Do you know Hobbs Barrow?
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Okay, let's end the conversation there.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay. That is okay. Let's leave again. Go back over here. Past the vicar. And go this way. Ah, this is the, I remember this place. Okay. Let's take a look at the door. Anyone here?
I don't think anyone is home.
Okay, not a lot of people home these days, it seems. Is this building gonna be any different? No.
Bugger off!
Well, someone was home, but
The unmistakable charm of old Cyril.
great. Let's go back to the vicar and have him take us to Mr. Shoulder and see what this shoulder is all about. I'm ready to get to Mr. Shoulder's house.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well.
Yeah,
Follow me.
Get away from the vomit. It's better that way. Don't need to marinate in that stench. Okay. That way. Past the church.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
Will do. Okay. Yeah, down that road.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs.
Excuse me?
Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth.
Excuse
Let's
me?
choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite.
Ah, okay.
Which play?
I have no idea. But I know that in, like, theater productions, it's bad luck to say Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Magnificent guess, Miss Bateman. But I'm afraid that passage is from Richard II.
Okay.
Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
Okay, then. Yeah, sorry, I'm not an expert on Shakespeare. I don't know much when it comes to Shakespeare.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see.
Okay.
Beautiful, is it not?
Yes. Indeed, the moors are beautiful. I find them rather desolate. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Indeed. The moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
tell the truth. Father Roach seems prepared to hear it, or lie. You might want to avoid a tense situation. I think I'm gonna lie here.
Yes.
I sensed a hesitation there.
No, I believe in...
Come now. I will not bring the fire and brimstone upon you for speaking your truth.
Well, I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Okay, a flashback to said accident.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Okay. Let's see what this accident was.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
That's the building from the beginning. Of course.
Daddy is sleeping. Daddy, wake up!
Ah, well.
Mummy is crying.
That is true. Let's see.
Mummy? Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times. I can assure you.
Spinal cord injury or something like that? Or brain injury?
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
The famed mysterious ways, of course. Okay. Oh,
Hello.
Who are you?
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid. But we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this.
I mean, at this point I would understand why the rain would keep him
Legend
at
has
bay.
it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
Okay.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
I'm sure it's good luck to push that one over.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, looks nice enough. Some chickens.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret, and the poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you.
Okay.
You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
There is a crescent moon symbol on the door, reminiscent of the map symbol we used to have here. It's not here right now, but let's take a look at it.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon.
Looks like
Father,
it.
what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley, though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
I don't know which one that is. Othello?
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman.
Well,
1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
not too bad. Hello,
A
hen.
sweet little hen, plump and well groomed.
You doing okay?
Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
Ah. And the
A
rooster?
fearsome looking beast.
Yeah, they can be quite
He looks
aggressive.
much too unruly to be picked up.
Fair enough.
A
This
sweet
one?
little hen, plump and well groomed.
The same as the other.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Well, that does make sense. There are some windows.
No sign of life?
None. The
Well,
window is nice and
okay.
clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned.
What about up here?
This must provide a charming view across the moor.
That would make sense. Let's keep going that way. See if there's anything else around here. Some trousers.
A pair of thick woolen trousers.
Second glove, second glove, second glove.
That glove looks familiar.
Yeah.
I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
Do we have to pick it up to compare?
That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it
Let's...
The gloves
Compare?
are a pair.
Yeah.
Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
And the garment?
A woolen undergarment.
It's
Slightly damp.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
have a
rained
similar
last
one
night.
myself. So very warm.
The trousers?
The trousers feel damp.
Makes
Freshly
sense.
hung or still wet from last night's rain?
Let's knock on the door. See if anyone's home.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Nothing?
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Okay, let's knock.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home?
No?
It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home.
Will we find him
Curses.
dead at the Barrow at some point?
Perhaps you could
once
try
we
the
get
handle.
there?
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you. I'd like to look around further. Let's go. I'm ready to leave. I think we looked at everything. Let's go.
Let's go.
As I say, my child, Mr. Shoulder will make himself known. Do not lose faith.
I'm rather frustrated by this situation.
Now. Things move at a slower pace out here. Something you may not be so accustomed to. Come now, Miss Bateman.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
Well,